gentlemen, your host for tonight's show.
Here, I'll break it over your. I'll break it over your head.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You're a real crumb bum.
See, these guys are all the same.
You check the camera, but you never check your grammar.
No. What, you know, I figure that's my signature thing now. So why disappoint? Every time I take my time, it's like, yeah, I don't get much response.
And that's how we're starting this week's Comics to Comics from the Crumb Show. This week we have the Prince of Darkness. I like to call him the Schuylkill Stalker, but he's the OG from the Pottstown comedy scene, Jeremy Hubsher.
It's nice to be here.
Glad you're here, man. It's a long time. You were one of the first people to ask to come on, schedule in and this and that. Glad to have you on. And actually, we're recording on a Monday, November 20th, and the 19th, was the 19th? 18th, Friday night.
17th.
17th,
whatever. Your grammar sucks, my dates suck. The three of us were on The Dirty Show, headlined by Ryan Foster up at Soul Joel's, and the three of us killed, and Dylan, we all killed.
Stephanie
Wood.
And Dan Cook also did a great job.
And Ryan Foster, shout out to all them.
Ryan Foster, Ronan
too is a great host. Ronan, yeah.
Yeah, everybody did well. That was a fun night.
It was.
Yeah, it was a great night. Yeah.
First real show, so I'm kind of spoiled that my first real experience at like a not open mic killed. So
yeah, it all goes downhill from there.
I'm like, this is my peak. I'm at my peak.
Yeah.
It's going to be a while before you find something that tops that. It's going to be like VFWs, fire halls,
whatever.
biker bars.
Yeah. Glory holes. Yo, I'm trying to get my dick sucked. This motherfucker's telling jokes.
So my first showcase show was Chip Chantry and Shane Gillis.
No shit.
It was probably the last bowling alley that Shane ever did.
Hold on. You were on the same lineup as Shane?
Yes.
No shit. That's
The
cool.
RCO?
Yeah. It was right before he got SNL. Then he lost SNL.
Right, yeah. That's awesome. I never knew that. That's cool. Jeremy, actually, from the local comedy scene in Philly, and honestly New York now too, Sidney Gant, Sid the Kid, is Jeremy's like high school buddy. Right?
Yeah. We like 14, 15, 16 years old. I don't remember the exact, age we were, but him and me used to hold court at a lunch table. I don't remember exactly how I got to sit at that lunch table. I don't know why he didn't kick me out. But, bust balls, make jokes, talk about girls. And that is where I found my love of making people laugh.
Right.
And whenever Sid was there at that table, all the girls came over. And for years, I did not realize why they were coming over. Because it wasn't me. Turns out that Sid was, Sid.
All right.
Sid the Kid.
Yeah.
But that was the first time I saw you do a regular show. Was you guys did like a show for your high school class up at Soul Joel's? That was the first time I saw you, and it was really cool because I see you at the open mic. Building your five,
Mm-hmm.
and then I seen you actually do it, and the reaction to regular people, not just the comics aren't the best audience at the open mics. You know what I mean? We're just not.
Yeah, when we're in comic mode, we're narcissists. We're extra dead inside. That set, I was actually nervous as hell. I had to tell myself The backboard is no lower or higher than it was Tuesday.
Right.
And I changed my whole set last second because I saw way too many white girls.
So, talk about this last show we just did.
No, my high school reunion
The
show.
high school reunion.
Yeah.
So I was just making sure we were talking about the same thing. But
Yeah. Yeah, I nixed all the school shooter jokes. I didn't start my set the way I wanted to. What I was going to do is, first thing is say, I see at least 16 bitches that I wanted to get pregnant in high school.
Hey,
been funny. I don't know.
gotta come out swinging. Like the other night, you came out swinging at the Dirty Show.
Yeah.
That was good. That was a real good pop. Me and him were talking out front. I have one of my joke things. One of my jokey things. One of my jokes. It always does good, right? It always gets a laugh. But I said it wrong. Like the punchline is supposed to be even the girl, but I said except for the girl. And nothing happened. So I stopped and I was like, what happened? So I said it again, but I said it wrong twice. And
I
it bombed.
realized he didn't, and I'm like, but there was nothing I could do. Like I felt like, I'm like,
Yeah.
I was confused because I'm like, I heard the joke before and he did, and I'm like, what happened exactly? Like I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
So I said it wrong twice and it bombed twice. It was pretty good.
You know what though? You recouped because people even came up to me afterwards, and so you were really your buddy. Yeah, he was really funny.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that.
And then of course people were saying everybody, like the whole. There was not a bad set.
Yeah, it was a great crowd, man. 100% comedy crowd. Hot, warmed up from earlier, from Rodney Norman, and
Right.
Steph and Mike.
Steph and Dan.
Damn. Yeah. All right, so yeah,
Anyway, yeah, we all killed it.
yeah, we all did well. Everybody did good.
Maybe I'll put the video out for my set. Can't talk about anybody else's, but I'll put my video out eventually. I'll let you know.
Yeah, make sure you put a parental warning on it. Little sticker like your twisted sister in '88.
Right.
You know
I
what
mean, yeah, it's not for children. We all know this.
It's from a Dirty Show, for goodness sake.
Right. And
Yeah,
then,
right.
and I took all my best dirty stuff, like, because I got a bunch of other stuff too, but like I only had so much time, and once I got to my closer, I was going out on top. I didn't want to keep going.
Right.
Could have did a couple, like another minute or something, but like I said, if I felt like I was at a good place to stop
And yeah, that's good.
keep them wanting more.
Keep 'em more, leave them laughing.
That's
Leave 'em
right.
laughing.
So earlier in the week, I kind of timed out what I wanted to do. But like last second, I did the two jokes about, the things I was paranoid about. And I wanted to do the Ronin jokes. So
Right. I couldn't think of any.
Nah.
Because I know you wanted to like do that, like
Yeah.
So you came up with the best one, but I'm like, you know what?
and to be fair, the best gay joke of the night was Ronin.
Right.
Of
His
course.
whole set.
Of course.
Well,
yeah.
he does his thing. Man.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's good,
Yeah, I was
comfortable.
I was legitimately paranoid that I was going to oversleep and like wake up at like 11 a.m. I was like, what the fuck?
Would you like take a nap or something?
Yeah. I took a nap and I had a couple alarms. I ended up waking up early, and I did have a little bit of a tender tummy because I did make a Italian beef stew.
I don't know what that is.
Little paranoid that we were gonna leave a messy on the stage.
Oh man, that would have sucked.
Well, I was saying, like, show's 9:30 at night. It was a dirty show, late show. So I didn't have work that day. And I'm up at like 7 in the morning. And I'm like, fuck. like I'm like, oh god, like it feels like forever away. 9:30.
Yeah, 14 hours of nervousness.
And I'm like, oh god, I can't do this. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm like, I can't. I'm like all freaking out. And then I get there, and
It's just another show.
it's another show. Because like I told Stephanie at the end of the night, we were all hanging out, and I said, it's our place. I do this every week at the same stage, so it's my stage. Like I don't feel nervous there. I've never been anywhere else besides the Reading Comedy Outlet in 2019 or whatever. I did like 2 times, so that doesn't really count.
Right. Well, it still counts.
I mean, I killed there too.
Still stage time.
No, I really didn't. I
Yeah.
mean, some of my stuff was like shock value, just like now, but I don't use it anymore. Once in a while, I throw it out there, my material from back then. But anywho, my point is, this place is our home for the past year, and it's kind of like once you walk up on the stage, it's like it's not any different from an open mic show. You're just doing your shit. You're doing your thing.
What really helped me out was the crowd the week before, the Tuesday before, really hot crowd, right?
Yeah.
The week before it was crazy. Like there was a lot of regular people, and I don't know, 28 comedians, but it was like a real crowd. It wasn't as focused in the middle like the regular shows are, so it kind of is a little different of a vibe. You know what I mean? There's nobody in like the first 5 rows type of shit. But like when we first heard about the show, and shout out Soul Joe. Go up there and check Soul Joe's out. But shout out and thanks to Soul Joe for putting the Dirty Show on.
Yeah,
Really
thanks,
appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
But it was the Dirty Show, and I was like, oh man, I gotta see what I got. Like in my head, I'm saying this, like, I gotta see what I got to go along with the Dirty Show. And I was like, the set I've been working on, I'm trying to like steer away from not being so dirty, like dirty subject shit. So then I looked at my set and I was like, oh, there's like 3 blowjob jokes in there. In 5 minutes, 3 or 4 blowjob jokes. That's cool. Hooker jokes, you're good.
Yeah.
Right.
And I said the same thing. Like, I'm gonna try to like steer away and try to get some like a clean 5, like a perfect clean 5, like funny and clean.
Yeah.
But then he said, "Let's do a dirty show." So I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah. How many strawberries can I fit in?
Exactly. It's but
Yeah.
hey, it works.
Worked.
I tried to switch it
Good
from
go.
6, like from it was 12 and 13. I switched it one time to like 6 and 7 or whatever you said.
Yeah, on stage.
Somebody was like, "Why'd you change that?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
A comic said, "Why'd you
Yeah.
change that?" Yeah, well,
But
fuck
it was,
them.
But I mean,
What did the audience say?
they didn't say anything. They just laughed, I guess. Because I mean, either way,
Yeah, it's probably 6 one way,
So-
half a dozen the other. You know what I mean?
He's fitting 6 in there and sucking out 7.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
The bigger the number, the more absurd it is.
Yeah, it's absurd. The absurdity of it.
There you go.
Because the things that have been said are somewhat absurd.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm totally talking shit because most of the stuff that I say I would never
Right.
have the balls to actually do. Anyway,
All right. So, Jeremy Hubsher. So, like hanging out with Sid and being a funny guy in high school, kind of sparked you. Like, oh, I like making people laugh and all
Yeah.
that. Where and how old were you when you did your first open mic?
Reading Comedy Outlet. Actually, I just had my 6-year comedy anniversary last week.
Oh yeah, cool. Congratulations.
It was like the Thursday before Thanksgiving, and I was 38.
Okay. Nice. So for all those years, were you like just watching comedy? Like I could do that. I could probably do that.
No matter where I was in my life, like it's something that the desire never left me. Just finally, my mind was right. My work schedule was right, and I finally just made myself do it.
Nice. And then that place closed down, and then Soul Joe's popped up in Royersford, and you seen they had an open mic. Were you going to like comedy shows there in general, or just for the open mics?
Like before Joel had a place in Royersford, he used to do stuff at like the Valley Forge Casino.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw like Dan Soder there.
Oh, sweet.
And just whatever open mics there were in the area. Like when I had money before pandemic, I used to go all over the place. Like there was a mic I liked in Bethlehem. I used to go to Bar 13 sometimes.
Okay.
I was a little bit of a madman.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You can be a madman around here. Like if you want to hit a lot of mics, you can hit a lot of mics in this area we're in right now.
Yep.
The greater Philadelphia area, because there's almost every night of the week, I think there's probably one down the city or the Manayunk or whatever. Then ours is Tuesday. Tuned Up is Wednesday, I think.
Not anymore.
Nah.
What happened?
I don't want to have to edit nothing, so.
The owner got pissed that another open mic, like in Phoenixville, was starting up. He was thinking, it's taking away business. Like, we're gonna go back to a music mic. Fuck comedy.
That sucks. They already had it established.
This is like when? Does this happen like right now?
Like last week.
Because Balls put out a thing. Like, hey, going to the open mic.
Well, that was last week.
Yeah, I'm saying like.
Comedy's like this, Chris. Come on, bro. Gotta keep up.
Last week, but that tomorrow would have been like a week from, right? No, Wednesday.
Yeah.
A week. So like whatever. It's just shocking because I didn't hear anything about that. Didn't look like that happened.
Yeah.
Now what are
Shit happens.
So there's another open mic in Phoenixville.
Yes.
So they're just gonna move themselves over there.
Yes. And the dude who's running this new mic in Phoenixville, he's a nice. I'll even use the word sweet guy. He wasn't trying to take away from Tuned Up. Like, do you know how rare it is in the suburbs to do multiple mics in one day without driving all over God's creation? Like, the owner of Tuned Up just sees, like, all these comics are leaving. They're not drinking. They're not buying shit.
So he's just doing it to see how much money he can make.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wasn't doing it for the love of the game.
True.
That's why Soul Joel's is the best.
So, well, yeah, no doubt about that.
Yeah. That's why our mic blew the fuck up, which since we took over, and I credit you guys with, and Dylan with the social medias, I think you put it out the most on the,
He is good with
to get the
post.
comics. To get the comics there, I think Jeremy's the one responsible for that. No doubt about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
anything I put my name on, I want to be as good as it can be. And, like, you remember how just bad that mic got, like, probably about this time last year, December. We had to wait until, like, 8 o'clock because no one would show up.
Yeah, there was that one time it was like Trebor,
Yeah, I looked at
me, you, and Jeremy.
I looked at the list from when we first started taking over. I think the first night there was like 6, and then 7 or 8, and then like 9, and every week it gradually got up to now. There's like 29, 30 people sometimes. That was my phone.
Just goddamn phone away.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, just a little bit of promotion goes a long way. I learned persistence and consistency.
Right, yeah.
That being said, I haven't put out any kind of Facebook post for tomorrow. I put out a long ass post about
Patrice O'Neill.
about Patrice.
Go ahead. Talk about a little bit about that real quick.
Well, hold on. We're gonna get into that.
What were you talking about?
Well, we're on his open mics and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So you were doing open mics all over, then
Yeah.
eventually ended up at Joel's and kind of just focused on there.
Yeah.
Okay. And now We met you
enemies.
last year. Jeremy, you were our first friend in comedy. Like the first night I was there, you're like the first guy I talked to
Oh, that's pretty fucking
about
sad.
comedy, right? But it's a year later, rocking and rolling on the mics. You've done some shows here and there in that year. Like I said, we all just killed on the Dirty Show the other night, along with Dylan and those other guys. But Jeremy also has a podcast called The Jeremy and Andrew Show, available on Andrew G Comedy YouTube.
Yes.
Andrew G Comedy's YouTube
We had
channel.
Andrew G here not
We
too
had
long
Andrew
ago.
G here. I'll have the link up for you. But it's the Andrew and Jeremy Show. It's a podcast.
Jeremy and Andrew. Never
Jeremy
the other
and-
way around.
Jeremy
I said
and
that
Andrew.
the same
Talent.
Talent first, okay.
talent first.
But I think I actually said that on our podcast too. I think I reversed it a couple times. Apologize.
That's all right. I did it too. Like our second one, I switched it up.
You did it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, they have a podcast similar to just sitting around talking shit, regular podcast. Their crazy antics and views on things.
Finally, I found somebody who said yes. Usually, I've asked like 3 or 4 different people if they wanted to start a podcast. They're very wishy-washy. Then they disappear from the face of the earth. Like I even did a joke about it. It's like, yeah, one dude, his answer was, "I'm not saying no. I just want to work on my own stuff first," which is comedian equivalent of, it's not that I don't want to date you.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to date anybody. I want to work on me first.
Which never happens.
Right.
Nobody ever works on himself.
Nah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. I watched the first 2 episodes. I think they're pretty good. I'm looking forward to the next one. And the one that came out yesterday, it's available now on their channel, I believe. You get into what Patrice O'Neill started called Harassment Day.
Yeah.
So explain what that is and then talk about your podcast.
Harassment Day is my favorite Patrice O'Neill bet. If you haven't watched Elephant in the Room and Harassment Day, I feel like you should drop everything and just watch it. And Harassment Day is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So,
Which will be tomorrow.
yeah.
Tomorrow.
But Patrice gets into, just the double standard, how men and women act at work. He just breaks. Patrice was the absolute best at breaking down something that was incredibly complicated into something very simple. And Patrice is my number one. And it's been almost 12 years since we lost him. And that is the only dude, where sometimes I will just think about what's going on in the world. What would Patrice think? What would Patrice say? Because he was such a unique guy.
Yeah.
He was a thinking man's comedian, but he never tried to use big words or just use that brain power to come off as snooty, snotty. He never forgot where he came from.
And he was always surrounded by like people of like mind, so it was like he worked with the guys well, whoever he was working with at the time.
Patrice was not worried about who he had to follow.
No, I'm saying like on shows.
Yeah.
Like he was on, what's it called? That one show with Colin and
Tough Crowd.
Tough
Tough
Crowd.
Crowd.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
Yeah.
He was awesome on that.
But I was a revolving cast. of
Yeah, but whenever
characters.
he was on there,
They were the best, yeah.
He was-
That's where he really shined on that.
yeah.
Like Patrice was the only guy. Like I used to listen to him all the time on Opie and Anthony, where I could vehemently disagree with everything he was saying, but I'd still listen. He's the only guy where I could agree with him, but I was like, God damn, turn it down a notch. His energy sometimes was just too much.
Yeah.
he was great though.
Yeah.
He had a podcast called, I think it was called the Black Phillip Show.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I'm watching, I watch Old Tough Crowd. Sometimes I'll just put him on. I just think, like, man, could you imagine how big he would be in the podcast world right now if he didn't get himself canceled? Because he was like that. He was get himself in trouble on purpose and not give a fuck. But by now, he might have been like to the Dave Chappelle uncancelable level, and he would have just had like the biggest podcast, I think.
Just the biggest everything, like fame, everything he was trying to accomplish was right around the corner.
Yeah.
Like when he had his stroke, he just did the Sheen roast. He just put out Elephant in the Room. It was all coming together.
Right, yeah.
And just...
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
It does suck.
Yeah, the first time that I watched Elephant in the Room after Patrice passed away, I laughed and I cried at the same time. I never met Patrice. I seen him a couple times do comedy on like festivals. But I say this without trying not to be corny. I miss him.
Yeah, he was a good dude.
Yeah.
Funny as hell. I watch him on YouTube here and there. Some of his older skits, like about like he compares like dating to like what like wanting to watch the game. Oh, I'll watch a game with you like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, the fishing one. Where
Ain't that better? Ain't that better?
Well, he's one of them dudes. Like if somebody says, "Oh, he's the GOAT," you can't argue with him.
No, he's awesome.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's that good. He's that guy.
Yeah.
Going too soon.
Way too soon. Just at 40 years old.
I think maybe because you're such a big Patrice fan, just to keep his memory alive, you start rocking hats, man. What are they? Fedora? They're not fedoras. What are they called?
Patrice hats.
Patrice hats.
Let's rename them.
Godfather
Patrice hats.
God, I think they're really.
They are kind of fedora-ish though.
I don't know, but
Derby, maybe a derby.
no, I think they are fedoras. Let's give it a goog, fatty.
Give it a goog.
For a while, I used to do a bit. It's like I feel a kinship with Patrice, like so much so that I'm probably going to die the same way.
Oh boy. Not here though.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of George Burns. Hopefully, I'll die the same way he did. 99 years old. 100 years old with his dick in his hand.
That's how he died?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, with his dick in his hand.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
know.
My gullibleness came through.
I don't think that's really a fedora.
Let me see.
Patrice was wearing. Hold on, let me get a picture of Patrice first. Go ahead, continue.
But
Continue
anyway,
with the interview,
anywho.
Chris.
well, so what were we talking about? So like harassment day.
Yeah.
It basically revolves around stuff that happens between guys and women at work. Is what you're saying? A skit for people that haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So and today and tomorrow is harassment day. So like, if I was at work, how would I celebrate harassment day?
Let's see. On harassment day, you pick out that one gal, you get her flowers, and you come up to her all cool, and you say, "Happy Harassment Day."
Oh, okay.
I was wondering all year if you would suck my dick in the broom closet. And you're like, "No, I'm not that type of girl."
Well,
I thought you were a hoe all year, but you're not. I was wrong. I apologize for ruining the punchline for harassment day. I could have changed it up, but improving is not my forte.
that's all right. I'm. It's just like it's funny because like there are. I'm not. Yeah. I would never have the balls to do anything like that.
No, dude, are you kidding me?
Although it is hilarious to think about.
So tomorrow, if you are at the open mic at Soul Joel's, I will be greeting you Happy Harassment Day.
There you go.
Dudes,
We going or you? What do you?
ladies.
I'm hosting.
Oh yeah, so we're going. Be there.
Yeah, it should be a good time. Everybody should have new material. Got some new material.
I got a little bit of new
A
material.
little bit.
I think I'm going to keep working on the autism stuff.
Right on.
In real life and in the act.
Yeah.
You need to get the whole full circle.
Yeah,
there.
it was pretty good.
Yeah, the first episode of our podcast, I'm watching it, and I see how differently me and Andrew interact and talk, and a light bulb went off in my head. Like, holy shit, I'm autistic. And there's no punchline. I truly believe that I'm autistic. Like, I did a YouTube research journey on autism. Then I started, telling my friends, my comedian friends, and that's what really hammered it home that I'm autistic.
But didn't you and now I gotta keep watching. But didn't you and Andrew G do a test?
Yeah.
And what happened with this test?
Andrew G's mainly normal, except for his alcoholism and his love on conspiracy theories.
All right.
Me, my test is like a dented in trash can. Like there's one part that's like out here, there's one part that's down here.
Nice.
So is that a yes or a no on the autism?
I haven't gone to see the head doctor yet.
You're not the drop a box of matches on the floor and you're like 52.
No, not that kind.
You're not that kind of.
Okay.
It's Rain Man.
Is that what kind you are?
Yeah, right now I'm not. I'm on the other side of the spectrum, the stupid kind.
Oh, that
That's the
spectrum
smart
of
kind.
autism.
Like that spectrum is like, it's like, oh, I'm Marianne Johnson. Marianne Johnson, 42 West 4th Street.
Aren't you kind of Asperger's or you too?
I don't know what that is. I mean, I do know, but no, because I know a kid that was Asperger's at my job, but he don't work there no more. He was the kind of kid, like I was a janitor, right? And he would say, he was like, oh, he was like weird. So, but he was like, oh, I can't wait to go home. It was like 10 minutes. And I was like, you can't go home. I'm like scrubbing toilet. Everyone's working overtime today. Get back to work. And he went back to work. I got in trouble because they were like, you can't say that to that guy. I'm like, why is he listening to me? Nobody listens to me.
Yeah. Who listens to me?
Yeah, what is going on here? I'm like talking to him as I'm scrubbing the fucking toilet. And he's like, what are we talking about here? You know,
That's
like,
fucking crazy.
Nobody would do that. Like, I got no respect there.
No, not at all.
One time I'll tell you the example. Like, so I was getting like a review or something. The guy said that they were my customers at the time. And I was like, my customers? Like, because there was like a customers section, but that was for like customer service people who dealt with customers. But he used it as like some kind of learning tool or something. And I was like, well, they're shitty tippers. So I put a tip jar in the bathroom, put a thing and said tips. It got filled up with some kind of liquid.
Oh, shit.
There was like, first it had like a tip for a horse in it. The guy wrote a tip for like it was like a horse race coming up.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I got like 73 cents. I got a expired gold gym membership. If there's even gold gym anymore, I don't even know. And a couple other good tips: don't eat the yellow snow, don't do drugs, stay at get a better job, all this other stuff.
Yeah, interacting with the people.
So I interacted. You should have seen it when there was a big tarp covering half the bathroom. Glory, like it was like the company's largest glory hole was like just a big black tarp covering half the bathroom, and But I was the janitor. I had to clean everywhere, so I'd be back there cleaning sometimes.
I'm sure when the bathroom was fucked up, you got a tip saying "eat shit and die."
Well, the thing was like, I was the janitor. I had to clean the bathroom. It was like part of the thing.
Yeah. I was a janitor for a minute at the cement place. Best job I ever had, dude. Used to have, it was only really like 4 or 5 hours worth of work. So I'd walk around all day sweeping, pile of dirt from here to there, bullshitting with guys. It's fucking great.
Yeah, it was not. I mean, as the janitor, yeah, you know people from this end of the building to this end of the building. You hear everything.
Yeah.
And most of it's like bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, you get to hear it all.
Mm-hmm.
It's good time. Anywho, but
Anywho.
enough about me. It's never enough.
Harassment day. Yeah, he's an attention whore. Just tell him to shut the fuck up. This is your
Yeah, this is
interview.
Jeremy's show. So anyway,
Harassment day.
harassment. We were done with harassment day. We talked.
Oh, were we?
I thought we talked enough about harassment day. Like we explained.
Oh,
harassment.
you decided we were done talking about
And
harassment
you want
day.
to you got anything else to say about harassment day? I'm done with it myself.
If you do happen to be a female and I greet you to
Which I do not happen.
reach you to and say Happy Harassment Day, just take it as a like a quick tribute to Patrice. Also, I'm trying to get my dick sucked.
There you go.
All righty then, there it is. Now we're done with harassment. We're going out on top with the harassment thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that to the end of the show though. That would have been a great way to end it.
But anyway, so what's next?
Just
You're gonna try to build off the momentum of this show and go out and do some more shows.
People tell me that 2 open mics, 3 open mics a week are just not enough, but I just don't have what the fuck's the word I'm trying to look for? The like the security nets, the just to go whole hog like I need to. That's more miles on my car. That's more money, taking not going to my rent. As much as I would love to just be all in doing comedy, just real life comes first. And we're all struggling, one way or another financially. Me, I'm no exception. So it's just more of the same. Keep doing open mics, keep getting better. Just a couple open mics a week improvement, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
you had this show, The Dirty Show, right? I know we're just featuring right now, not headlining, but still, it's still a paid, like a professional show. People paid to come to the show.
Professional.
Well, yeah, but seriously, it was it's a professional show. People pay to come in.
It was a paid show.
If
Yeah.
people pay to come in, professional. I don't care if it was only.
Well, does professional entail you just got paid like that one show, or does professional entail that you do that for a living?
No.
Only that.
Professional, to me, you got paid for it. You're a professional
Okay.
because now you can. It's like
Not an amateur anymore.
It's like the catch, like not a not quite a catch-22, but like
A catch-21.
yeah, it's like getting published, right? If you're trying to write a book,
Right.
you can't get a book published without having a publisher, but you can't get a publisher if you were never published.
Right.
So it's like, how do you get published without a publisher? And it's like, it's like there's like all these loopholes and stuff you gotta go through. Well, just like a comedian.
Proofreading, Chris.
But like the comedian side of it, like we did the show.
Your paragraphs don't need to be this long. Chop those fuckers up.
That's your job.
Oh, it's your job too.
Yo.
You like doing it.
Think
I
of
don't like doing it.
think of your Facebook posts as like a big piece of steak. Are you going to eat that thing whole? No, you're going to chop it up into bite-sized pieces.
Yo, even his talking, dude. On the way here, I asked him. I recorded the sets the other night. I need your email address too. And I said, "Did you get a chance to watch your set yet?" Because I sent it to him this morning. I know he's working. I said, "Did you get a chance to watch your set?" He went through everything he did all day long of why he couldn't watch it at work. Instead of just saying, "No, I didn't get a chance to watch." It was like a 6-minute conversation about why he couldn't watch
You
it.
want to sit there and talk about nothing?
Well, I don't want to hear about your I don't want to hear about my lady's goddamn day. I don't want to hear about your goddamn day. So how was your day, Jeremy?
Yeah. So anything?
You have an interesting job. Do you want to get into that?
Yeah, sure, why not? I am a shuttle driver at a rehab, and not, I need to, make my arm work, a drug rehab. And sometimes I have nothing to do, and I'm just bored to death. Sometimes they'll send me to the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, to pick somebody up. Today, all things considered, was a pretty mild day, like at 3:30. I got an email saying, "We need you to go to Bryn Mawr Hospital, pick up a client, and take them to our rehab and on Spring Garden Street." Everything went really smoothly. But there have been times where it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck did I get myself into?
Yeah, I bet you see some crazy characters coming out of rehab.
Yeah.
I've heard this story before, but we're gonna I want to hear it again. Well, your first week. First week on the job, this guy.
The story I told on episode 1 of our podcast.
Right, and I heard you told it to us
Yeah.
like a while back, but let's hear it.
Okay.
It's always a good one.
Okay. This is like my first week or two at that job. I'm picking up a young lady from George W. Hill Prison, and we're going to like above like 3 hours away, middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. It like there's nothing out there. It looks like level 3 of Black Ops. About halfway into our trip, I need gas. I need to pee. I figure my client would need to pee too. So I pull off to a Wawa. I'm waiting for her to come back. I'm filling the van up. And my client comes back with something that looks like, in my head, it looked like a white eggplant covered in sheets. And she says to me, "What am I supposed to do about the fetus?"
You had to hear the goddamn story again, didn't you, Chris?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, people.
And I am gobsmacked. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I am muttering, stuttering. And she says to me, "Didn't anybody tell you that I had an abortion before I left the prison?"
Oh, man.
And thank goodness that's not one of those, foo-foo Wawas that don't have plastic bags. So she kind of figured out, just get a plastic bag, put, whatever that was into a bag and into the trash can.
Damn. So that's what she did with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't understand, because they did a bad job. I'm thinking I don't think that's normal because I'm thinking they suck all that shit out or whatever.
I don't know. I think it's a
DNC they
pill.
call it, I believe. And,
If it's a very early term, you could take a pill.
Yeah.
well,
Well, gross. Either way you put it. Thanks, Chris, for grossing out our entire audience right now.
then we'll take it in a little bit of a tamer direction on the more humorous story of the lady and her boyfriend and the drugs and the sheets, I believe it was this time.
A guy came back in for the lady's shit in her car, in
Oh.
a van or something.
Oh, okay. That one. I'm picking up another young lady from York Prison.
Another ne'er-do-well.
Yes, a client, if you will. We're not
Is
supposed.
that what they call them?
We're not supposed to call them like drug addicts or convicts. They're clients.
Just for fun? Are you like, I got to go pick this junkie up?
Absolutely not.
No?
When I am on the clock, I am 100% professional.
Very professional. I could see that.
Yeah, they don't get the Prince of Darkness at all.
No.
Yeah, I'm a very nice boy. All right. I'm picking up this young lady from York Prison. Lady says to me, "Can I get my stuff from my boyfriend?" I call her probation officer to see if it's cool. She's yelling at this lady immediately, like, "Stop lying! Stop lying! You know you can't do that." But I agree to go to like a Turkey Hill. Gets all her stuff. They hug, they kiss, and we're driving all the way to Spring Garden Street in Philadelphia, like 2.5 hour trip. Immediately, this woman's complaining that she has to pee. I try to put it off as long as possible, but eventually I pull into a Sheets, and I'm a good guy. Like, I didn't follow her into the Sheets so she can pee, and she never comes back out to my car.
Say if you would have went in to watch her pee.
Yeah, like a normal person.
Yeah.
What was our back entrance?
There was a back entrance.
Yeah, one of them.
Lover boy followed us, and while I was waiting, slipped into her car. So I have to call my people, my boss, because this was the first time somebody ran on me. Like, I have to wait so long, like a half hour. And I wait even longer because I want to give her every opportunity to come to rehab.
Right.
Eventually, lover boy comes back to grab her stuff. This motherfucker. Pussy whip,
What a dummy.
Yeah. Well, he's a junkie.
enabling asshole.
Yeah.
So she got caught again.
I have no idea what happened to her.
You don't.
Yeah, she was in the wind, baby.
done.
Chasing him back, chasing the dragon.
Yeah, man.
Her and her lover boy, like Mickey and Mallory.
Hell yeah.
And those two stories were the first week.
Jeez.
Right.
I don't know why or how I stayed.
They gotta get it out of the way.
I must be a glutton for punishment.
Nah, you know what? There's worse jobs. I mean, the abortion one, that was rough. But the other one's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Junkies.
Yeah, that story was cute.
That was a cute story. Right?
Yeah.
People get mad at the word junkies. I think that's a bad word. Is that a bad word? I don't know.
Who gets mad at the word junkies? Junkies?
I don't know.
Only junkies.
I'm curious about that. People can't say nothing no more.
Well, I don't think junkies are like complaining about much, bro.
They're too much of a junkie to complain about being a junkie.
Yeah, like who they complaining to?
Yeah, true.
Jesus.
Like, they probably haven't paid their cell phone bill to bitch on Twitter.
Yeah, well, you
I'm
do
assuming.
see
Don't say
homeless
that.
people. We were down Atlantic City, and there's like homeless people with smartphones and shit. Like, it's pretty funny.
In Philly, though, there's
Absolutely.
Philly, they have people are all huddled in blankets, but you see their smartphone under the
It's
blanket.
crazy.
But Obama, like in my neighborhood, by that grocery store I was talking about, they set up tents all the time, and they give away phones and tablets. If you're on like Snap or food stamps or Medicaid or whatever,
Okay.
you get a free phone.
Yeah, the
It ain't,
Obama phone.
it ain't
That's
great,
good. Yeah,
but
hey,
it's better
whatever.
than like whatever. It's better than nothing, and you
Okay.
can jump on Wi-Fi everywhere.
Yeah.
So you can play fucking games all day. You just got to find somewhere to charge your shit.
Yeah.
That's the
Well,
best.
that's good.
But so anybody can get a phone, and free.
Right.
You just gotta be poor.
There you go. Well, at least
Yeah.
you're doing something.
I used to have one of those phones, and it was just a bare basics, Obama phone. That phone might as well have been from like 1998. It was like a fucking brick,
Right.
but it did what I needed to until I was a little better off.
Right. That's good, but like if you're these people are sleeping on the streets with their phones, like just watching Netflix.
So Obama phones back in the day were like bricks,
Well,
like Michelle Obama's dick.
oh,
Conspiracy theory.
did you say that the other day? Like, because somebody said they met.
Yes.
So Obama said,
That's
"How
it.
big was her dick?"
Yeah.
That was funny.
Thank you.
That's
Professional.
That's not a dick. That's just a 6-inch clit.
Could you imagine? 6-inch clit.
And she don't shave.
That's the name of this episode, 6-inch clit.
Like, you're gonna make me come. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Who said that?
That was on a movie. There's a movie South Park dudes they called Orgasmo,
Orgasmo, yeah.
Orgasmo, and there was like this big like burly person like, you're gonna make me come or I'm gonna kick your ass. That was hilarious. But anyway, if you haven't seen it, Orgasmo, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Have you seen it?
No. I'm not a big South Park guy.
But it's not a cartoon, it's a movie, live action.
Oh, is that what John Leguizamo?
No.
No. Sorry. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
It's not a cartoon?
Nah. It's live action.
Way to, pulled a parking brake on this podcast.
That's terrible, dude. You want a job?
What I do?
Geez, you're coming off as way more autistic than me right now.
Orgasmo. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Oh, 97.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, I never saw this. Oh, I say the dude from South Park.
Both, that
They're
guy.
both in it?
Yeah, both in it. But the one guy's like the main character.
Obviously, there's always a main character, and one guy is that character.
But there could be two main characters.
Well, honestly, it says stars. It just says Trey Parker. Doesn't have Matt Stone as a star.
Oh,
As
okay.
a
He did
writer.
a real he did a real small part. That's why.
I don't know if you just met Chris or not, but he will never be wrong. He'll go home later and Google it, and right or wrong, he'll text you if he's right, he'll text you 100%.
Okay, so do you have narcissism? Narcissism and autism combined?
Yes, he does.
No wonder I'm so comfortable right now.
Yeah, he's like, the poster boy for everything.
That's right. Everything.
So,
So anyway, what were we doing here?
I don't know.
It
We were
doesn't matter.
talking.
We were just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Harassment days, podcast. How you guys like doing a podcast? You digging it?
I like it. It's fun. We're getting better every podcast.
Yeah, definitely. I was telling Andrew that the other day. Shout out Andrew G, and Jeremy's co-host. He was at the show the other night, and every week he's adding stuff, and it's getting better and better. It's awesome. I love to see it, man.
Andrew G's good.
Yeah, I just show up. All I am is the talent.
Right? Yeah.
Talent.
Him too, with no talent. It's just another pretty face.
That's right.
Yeah, the G stands for greatness.
Mm-hmm.
The H in my last name stands for hepatitis.
So you guys got any big plans? What big plans you guys got for the podcast?
Nothing really. Like harassment days was our big special episode. We got a couple more in the can. We're taking this week off. We'll probably start up next week. Yeah, we do multiple episodes at one pop.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
I'm gonna have to read up on all of Andrew's conspiracy theories.
Yeah, it's easy to get people charged up that are into conspiracy theories, dude. It's real easy.
I am not a conspiracy theory guy, so I should have vetted Andrew better.
Nah, it works.
It does work.
It works. He's a funny dude, and conspiracy theories. We have a guy on our show that likes conspiracy theories, but he creates his own goddamn conspiracy theories.
Yeah. You and Andrew have to start a segment where he tries to convince you to believe in these conspiracy theories or not. Yes or no.
Fuck, I feel like I'm just about to sneeze. So if I just, kick these off and like go off to the side.
Well, just do it like a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would be good. Like he could explain these conspiracy theories to you, and then you can just sit and listen, and then make your mind up, and you could say, I could see that, or dude, you're fucking nuts. Like,
No, I already,
you're nuts.
I already know the answer, dude. You're fucking nuts. His big one is the simulation theory.
Oh yeah, he loves that.
Who the fuck runs the? Who's the gamekeeper, the keymaster?
Yeah, what do they simulate in our lives? I heard him say that too, but I don't know what it is. What is it?
Like it's just like the world is just a giant simulation, and Sim City, the game Sim City.
If a bunch of crazy cool shit was happening to everybody, yeah.
Well, no, everybody can't have good things happen to them, even in the game. Some people get fucked. Some people rise up.
Okay. See, I'm not a nerd, so I don't play these fucking games.
It's only been out since 1990 something.
Even back then, he wasn't a nerd.
I was.
Yeah, I know, and you still are.
But no, I played SimCity on the Super Nintendo.
What?
Created my own world.
Are you kidding?
Because I'm that sick. I need my own.
On Super Nintendo, right?
Like you were big enough of a nerd to play SimCity, but not big enough to play it on a fucking PC.
Yeah.
You fucking animal.
Poser. He's a poser nerd.
Yeah, I'm not because nerds are smart too.
I mean, what happened to you then?
The poser nerd.
Yeah, I'm a
Fake nerd.
Yeah, I'm a fake nerd.
He likes
my grammar.
He likes somebody.
Nerds would never accept my grammar.
Absolutely not. I should take your glasses back.
Yeah, take them and break them, and then make them start over and tape them in the middle, like Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, I got to take your nerd card.
I mean, I would just say I played SimCity on the Super Nintendo, and try to build up a big city and control everything. Sometimes you have to kill some people off.
Super gay, bro. Super gay. Not gonna lie.
This was in the 90s. It's 30 years ago.
Okay.
So my thinking with the simulation theory is it's another thing created to give people comfort. My thinking is if everybody thinks it's out of our control, it's a simulation, it's like nerd God. It distracts them from the fact that there is no simulation, and we create, all of us, especially Chris, create what's going on in the world.
That's right, especially me.
You know how I think we could debunk a lot of conspiracy theory things? I think if, an elevator pitch is for a movie,
Yeah.
It's the elevator pitch, real short synopsis. So it's the simulation. If you give the real short elevator synopsis, but at the end you go, man, like Dennis Hopper and Apocalypse Now, is that? So what's the simulation? just people created it and they're just playing it, man. Everybody's like a NPC character, man. I think a lot of people would be like, shut the fuck up. But if you say it real smart, like a simulation and
If you
time space continuum, then you're gonna get other nerds that don't know anything like riled up.
Or like Neil Grass.
Did you say Neil Grass?
Yes, he did.
I should say
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse is what I meant to say. I was trying to spit it out. Neil deGrasse Tyson. You gotta speak like him and sound better.
Yes, 100%. But he went to college, so he's like an astrophysicist. So if he's saying something, there's some kind of validity to it. Even if it sounds crazy,
Right.
there's something there.
That's what I say.
And you speak authentic Norristown gibberish.
That's right.
No doubt. Dirtbag 101. We went to the same alternative high school. When you check in with the teachers, they want to know if you've been arrested or not.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Not how you're doing. Have you been arrested yet?
Yet.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, I was just special ed.
Okay. Our whole school was basically special ed. Even though you were there for mostly behavioral problems, the curriculum was basically special ed.
I mean, there was literally, I think, one time where I had like connected dots or some shit like that.
Probably.
I think I had third grade math for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
At least it felt that way.
This was basically like
Get you through.
8th or 9th grade math for the whole school. Even like the seniors graduate. We all got packets for math with 20 pages in it. You would get 1 or 2 a marking period.
Right.
It was ridiculous.
I really, you know what? In hindsight, I got my GED.
Oh, what a surprise.
And I went to college. I did, believe it or not.
Yeah, he did go to college. Yeah.
And but in hindsight, I really wish I probably should have just graduated from Roseville.
You think?
I don't know why.
You think,
I
Chris?
don't know why.
What college did you go to? The South Harmon Institute of Technology?
I actually went to three
colleges? You went to 3 colleges?
That means he dropped out of 2
No,
Yeah.
or got kicked out.
no. One was in New Orleans. It was Our Lady of Holy Cross, and that was like a Catholic one. And I didn't want to take theology or anything like that. I didn't want anything to do with that. So I came back here. I went to Monco,
Okay.
and then I went to Ashford University. But then I dropped out because I was having my kid, and I just never went back.
Okay.
Keep
okay.
bullshitting on going getting. I could have got. I have 67 credits or something like that.
Really? What if you were a doctor? What if he was a doctor or some stupid shit from all these credits he had?
But no, I don't know if they're even good. I don't know how that shit works. So I might have to probably take shit over and whatever. If it's bullshit, but whatever. If I decide to go back, I already owe 35 grand, and I didn't even graduate. So,
You owe 35 grand in student loans?
yeah,
Are you fucking kidding me?
I wouldn't lie to you about that.
God damn. As dumb as you are, you got student loans. That's it, folks.
Yeah, well, almost. That's about it. But
It is getting close. So, Jeremy, what else you got going on, man? Anything? You don't have any other shows lined up yet, right?
No.
Not yet.
Well, you going to be at any other open mics next week?
Just
This week's obviously probably done.
yeah.
So,
Soul Joel's in the new open mic that Dan DePriel is running. Dan's a good follow.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Dan. I know Dan came to ours once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Shout out Dan.
where's this at?
It is right on Main Street, Bridge Street in Phoenixville.
Oh, so it's the one that took over for.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. It's still shocking. No more tuned up, right? So that.
Well, this is better anyway because Dan's all about comedy. So
Right.
Dan's a comic. He has a good podcast too. Weekday Comics, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Dan DePriel, check it out with Dave Primiano. He had our boy Jay Burrell on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's awesome. So check Jeremy out at Soul Joel's open mic. The new one, what's it called down there in Phoenixville? Do you know the name of it?
No, I don't. I did not come prepared. And just follow me on my socials. My name's Jeremy. My last name is spelled Hubsher.
Okay. And check out the Jeremy and Andrew show over there on Andrew G's YouTubes. And give them a follow. Check them out.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
All right, let's all go make love.